Welcome everybody and welcome back to the pink table. You just have me today as Elaine is in Munich and he will actually be going to the Bayern Munich game tomorrow. So hopefully we can get some footage there and just share that, even though we were trying to keep this channel Serie A specific. But let's look at our fantasy league and the results of last match day 7, and I'll also show you my team for match day 8. Welcome everyone, welcome back to the pink table. As I mentioned, it is just myself today as Elaine is in Munich. He's probably going to go watch the Bayern Munich game tomorrow. With that being said, let's go over the fantasy teams. As you can see, I'm just going to dive straight in. So the top game week purchases this week. Quite interesting to see Singo from Napoli being the top, the Singo from Torino being the top purchase, even though they're playing against Napoli this week, and also that he suffered an injury during midweek. So that's kind of interesting to see. But there is Anderson, who's performing quite well. Lazio, Joao Pedro, who's racking up the points. Candreva, which you'll see now, finally, I have him in my team as well. And Ospina from Napoli. I think that's just riding off the back of Napoli's great results. Top game week sales. So Magnan left, obviously, with the wrist injury, so obviously he's not going to be around for a few months. Rebic and Diaz out for COVID, Rebic out for injury, Pereira just not performing really well for Udinese, and Vlahovic is quite a big surprise here. He didn't play quite well against Venezia, but I think he should be quite consistent there. So going into the team of the week, it's quite a bit of a mixed bag, besides Napoli having 2 players. But all in all, no big surprises. Kessie coming back on with a penalty. Ilicic scoring 2 goals. Keep an eye out on Ilicic. If he starts performing, that will be a good buy to have also at the price he is at. And it's also nice to see Scamacca there. So Scamacca had at the beginning of the season. I actually brought him back into my team now. So before we jump into my team of the week, let's have a look at the league. I think there has been some changes there. I've moved up, thankfully. But we still have Andrea Del Fio, Jack Russell in first spot. Snorky, I think, moved up into second, which is great. 1, 2, 3 Stella, who actually performed extremely well last week, didn't perform as great this week, so they've dropped out of the top 3. And we have Abdullah again. So once again, we have Andrea, Snorky, and Mohamed Abdullah fighting at the top there. It seems that Andrea is getting a bit of a breakaway from third spot. So let's keep an eye on that. I've thankfully moved up into the second page. I'm at 23 spots, so still a way to go. And talking about Elaine, I don't think Elaine had a great week again, but he is slowly climbing up. I might have missed him. Nope, there he is there, 45th at 370. So hopefully this is a good week to get him out of that second last page and into the middle pack. But overall, it's becoming a very exciting group. If you look at the front page, I would say anyone on this page can be first by the end of match day 8, which is we're going into. Going into match 8, the reason also we're doing this video today is we were expecting to do it tomorrow, but then we forgot that the games are actually kicking off tonight. So if you guys haven't already, do the last minute transfers, make sure you have the right captains. The team itself for my week is looking like this. So I'm keeping Reina in goals instead of Szczesny because they're playing against Verona. Szczesny is obviously up against Inter. Just trying to see if I can get tickets to the Inter Juve game. So if so, I will be posting content of that. You can see on our channel there's much content from the San Siro as well, specifically Milan. In defense, I have Di Lorenzo, Calabria, Karsdorp. It should be Teo Hernandez, but he's still out for COVID, unfortunately. Hopefully he'll be back on Tuesday against Torino, but I doubt he'll start. But yeah, those are all wing backs that can hopefully get some assists or goals. The problem is Di Lorenzo's playing Roma and Karsdorp's playing Napoli, so they're playing against each other. So let's see how that goes. Then I have Quadrado against Inter. Quadrado hasn't been performing as well as he did with Pirlo and Allegri, so I'm kind of contemplating selling him, but it's a really possible high-scoring midfielder point-wise. Milinkovic against Verona, Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro is just going to be a fixed person for me this season. He just racks up the points. And finally, I've been able to get Candreva in my team, and hopefully now he doesn't do what a Candreva normally does and fails, but hopefully he'll be racking up the points for me as well. Weird thing, I tried to sell Caputo and bring in Scamacca, but it kept on giving me penalty points, even though I haven't done a transfer this round, so I'm a bit confused about that. But there's a ballotaggio, so they're deciding whether Caputo is going to start over Quagliarella, so I might be losing out points there, so I'll just make sure someone on my bench can jump in and get the points. But I wanted to sell Caputo and bring on Scamacca because I think Scamacca is going to do quite well this weekend. They are playing Venezia, so if the goals are coming, I think they're from them. Vlahovic against Cagliari. I'm umming and ahhing between captain. They're actually playing against each other. I'm going to see who to prefer out of these, but I think Vlahovic is going to step up against Cagliari. And then I have Arnautovic against Milan, just because Arnautovic has been getting me steady points and he costs quite cost-effective player to have. I don't know. Hopefully, he doesn't score this week and give me points. But yeah, it's kind of weird for me to be going against a player against me. But I don't have the capability to sell him right now. I've just moved Kale down the board. I might actually be putting on Bastoni versus Sam because you might get some crosses in. And if Caputo's not playing, that's a good sub to come in. But I suppose if Bastoni does get a few crosses and a few goals, then Sam would be losing. And therefore, Caputo comes on, me losing the points. So, oh well. So that's my team. Unfortunately, we don't have a lane to rate it. To be honest, I'm not very confident with this team going into this week. Who knows what will happen? But essentially, yeah, I've seen some teams with random players do well. So hopefully this does well. Well, there we have it, folks. Those are my fantasy team lineup. If you guys have obviously any questions, just feel free to reach out to us. But obviously, good luck. And remember, it's for an Amazon €100 Amazon gift card. This weekend, as I mentioned, Elaine's in Germany, so he'll be catching the Bayern game. I'll try to see if I'm getting these tickets for the Inter Juve game. If not, I am going to Milan Torino on Tuesday. And then we have been given tickets for the derby. And we have also been given access to the locker rooms before the derby. So we'll get some good footage there and send those over to you guys as well. All in all, have a lovely day, and we'll see you again on the ping table.